Alright, okay guys, welcome to the first live stream of the new year. I think it is the first live stream, I'm not 100% sure. If not, I do apologize. If it is, it's okay. So yeah guys, we're going to continue with the first season of Broken Sword Collection. So we're going to be continuing from where we left off, and I also uploaded some videos on the YouTube channel as well. You guys can go check it out, would be appreciative to support both channels. So yeah guys, let's begin. I hope you enjoy. Oh yes, last time we left off was hiding the manuscript from the bad guys in the front. It looks like we saved just before that. And then we dropped it from the window from the hotel.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed.
Has it pushed us all the way back from here?
Apartment and check it out.
So I remember going back
Hi,
here.
how are you?
Oh, hi. Come in, Josh.
Yeah, I remember doing this part, and I pushed it a little bit backwards than the last time we ended. So I'm going to continue with the manuscript.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the U-boot.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh yeah, maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I'm so used to pushing WASD that my hand automatically sits on those keys.
This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive.
Jeez, so the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping.
Oh yeah, if I can remember, we actually discovered who was the costume clown killer. We saw his face, but we don't know his name yet. So we'll have to wait and see who his name is.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod. There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover? It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
I have a funny feeling these are clues to a big puzzle coming up later on.
Knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the wicked queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse. Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Krone Museum. I'll give you the address.
Ah, so that's our new location. Alright.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, George.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking? Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore. There was someone. A guy in my final year, but it didn't work out. Neither did my degree.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Tell me more about your family.
When I was a little girl, I used to spend the winter with my grandfather and grandma. They were the best times, warm and safe in their tiny cottage. My grandfather rolled cigarettes while grandma made hot chocolate and cakes. One day, he stopped his scrolling. He put the lid back on his tobacco jar and took me in his arms. I laughed and wriggled, but he hushed me to be silent. With his unshaven chin all scratchy in my ear, he told me his secret.
What did he say?
He said, "I don't smoke, but she likes to think I do."
What a weird old man.
Don't call my grandfather weird. He was the nicest guy ever. I wish I was back in that cottage instead of this crummy apartment in this noisy city.
Okay, let's try the manuscript again.
Let's take another look
Oh,
at
no,
the manuscript.
I'm not going to do that again. Where's that fast forward button? Yeah.
Look at...
Aren't they going to make us actually do all this nonsense again?
There's a woman, but the night through my... There's a...
Thank you.
I have to go.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to the museum.
At the Krone Museum.
Okay, that's where we're going to go next. Alright, let's check the notes. Helpful hint? Not now. Yeah, so the grade ones obviously mean we don't need to go back there anymore. There's the museum, and we've got the Museum, whatever that is. Poster police, and Ruyari. Am I going the right way? Oh, that's the cafe, sorry. Museum Krone. I think that's the one. Hey, look, it's a different location. Ah, there's that tripod that we saw in the manuscript.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Are you Lobino?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy custodian.
But Lobino does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to call it that. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Okay, now we've got a cross that we can click on.
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
Yes, it looks like the guy we need to speak to is not here today.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar. Though people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to party. No. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar, not like Monsieur Lobineau.
Okay, see, let's see what we can do here with these objects.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not. Thanks
Okay,
for your help.
Let's do some talking. I mean, exploring and talking.
In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the
Told you.
tripod pictured on the manuscript. A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marne at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory. Ireland!
What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
So it looks like we got a new location unlocked. Well, eventually. Might one day have to go to Ireland. Okay, so it looks like there's an action over here, an action over there, an action over there. And nothing else in particular. Okay, let's check here.
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Closet? It's a sarcophagus.
Clearly, definitely does not know anything. Okay. I think we might have to time something here. I'm not sure. The helper hint does not give us helper hint at the moment. I'm gonna wait for him to go around and see what will happen. Oh, there's something.
Attention! Please do not open the window, monsieur.
Don't you think it's kind of stuffy in here?
Better stuffy than dead.
What's the problem? Fumes from car exhausts?
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new burger bar opened up across the street. The Laughing Buffalo.
So what's the problem?
They cook their burgers on a charcoal grill, and the fat falls on the open flame. The amount of organic compound and smoke particles released is astounding. Since they opened, local air pollution has doubled, and it stinks like a funeral pyre. That is why I keep the windows closed.
Ah. I'm wondering.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
But whatever it was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology.
Looks like they're both clueless and getting a history lesson.
Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has